All right, folks, joining us from San Francisco, just a few blocks from the GDC, contributor to Joystick.com and co-author of the video game style guide, Kyle Orland, and managing editor for OneUp.com, Garnet Lee. Gentlemen, welcome to The Loop. I mean, we've had it now an entire day to digest what Sony is trying to do with their home service. And at first glance, it looks like this has the potential to be a huge moneymaker for Sony. Now, some are saying that it looks like an upgraded Second Life, which is somewhat fair, but others are calling it Sony's killer app. Garnet, at this point, are PS3 gamers just desperate for anything that gives their console an edge in the online space, or do you think this is really going to be an innovative experience?
Oh, come on, Kevin. I mean, you can't go out there like that, can you? I mean, this was awesome. You look at this thing and you see people walking around in this virtual world, and it has that gee whiz factor right off the bat. And I think that's why it was important that you brought up that now we're talking about it a little bit later in the day, because now you think about it, you're like, well, wait, what does this have to do with gaming, and do I really want to spend $600 to go play Second Life or Second Life with MySpace?
So how could you get upset about me coming out there like that? That's exactly what I asked. I mean, it's like some people are focusing on this polish and this gloss and this sheen and saying, wow, this looks amazing. Other people are saying, well, we've seen this several times before. Kyle, they're not that excited. Who wants to walk around to get to their destination in a virtual world?
Yeah, you know, it looks really nice, but until you actually get into it, actually are walking around yourself, it's hard to tell how this is going to work. I mean, are you going to want to go in there and just meet new people?
Wait,
or
what's hard about seeing how it's going to work? It works like Second Life. You're walking around a 3D environment. It's very easy to understand how it's going to work. You're going to walk up to a pool table, you're going to shoot some pool. You're going to walk up to an arcade machine, you're going to shoot some arcade, or you're going to play some arcade
Well, that's what
games.
they say, but
that's
I mean,
the part
when
that's
you walk,
really cool.
But when you walk up to the pool table, is it going to be like you have to load into the pool mini game, or is it going to be, you know, a totally seamless experience?
It looked pretty seamless from what I saw there. But Garnet, are you excited for these features? Because it almost sounds like you're over it, like you're too jaded to even care about the virtual pool game.
Oh man, you did not call me jaded. I know you did not do that.
I called the tone of your voice jaded. I'm just curious. Are you excited for anything that's happening here or not?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this part. I think that what they could do that's really cool here, and this is the part I want to know. I want to know if they got the fundamentals right. I want to be able to go to my apartment or my house. I mean, the mansion that Phil showed was really awesome. I want to be able to go there with my friends, like we do when we